Braxton and Austin, part of that BAM combination out there, and of course the sharpshooting sides. If they leave her alone all night, just pay attention. It's going to get nice. These two teams are ready to go. Bina wins the tip by a mile. Here it comes. They're going to start in a man-to-man offense, the Cardinals. Austin on an ISO is going to go inside. Now back out to Jordan. She's going to fight through it. Riley Scott will pull it away. And here comes the freshman guard, Cameron. Riley guard thought about a three. Now she'll turn it down, and Jordan's going to be all over it. We're going to have our first held ball of the situation. Northern Valley just got the tip. Cardinals will get it back.
Yeah, and I was kind of interested to see what Northern Valley was going to come out in offensively there, as they've been running a lot of two-post offense with the high-low post switching in and out there. They looked like they were going more of a 4-out, so that could be something that we could see a lot more down the stretch here.
Shot by Siebels was no good, one and done. Northern Valley's got it. Now to Jordan Cox. Interior, they didn't guard. Bina wants across half court. Now they'll get it to sides in the corner. Her three is on the way, and it was just long. I thought it was good. Siebels will track it into the corner.
Yeah, Northern Valley's going to have to do a really good job against this Alma team, taking care of that basketball, because they're going to be active, trying to create havoc, especially for the backcourt of Northern Valley. But they got that size advantage on the inside with Molzon, and they got Scott, who's going to love, even though she's a guard, she goes to the hoop all the time. So they're going to really have to crash the boards as well and get a body on somebody.
In transition, he'll go quick. Austin kind of with it dead. Now she's going to turn it over on a bad pass right to Riley Scott. She'll keep it going without getting stopped. Now floated inside. Shot away in the corner is going to be rattled home by Addison Siebels, and breaks the seal on this game. Alma leads 3-0. Austin will push down the right sideline, and a blocking foul will go against Riley Scott. First of the night on either team. We always talk about it, Aim, how this first quarter of action goes. In a big-time matchup, you just want to make sure that the game does not get away from either team.
Yeah. You really want to set the tone from the beginning, but especially if you're Northern Valley right now, you want to get out here and you want to make this game. You want to stick with this squad that's coming in so hot right now at 17-3.
Riley Scott to the rim, and no, a charge. She's going to be called for an offensive arm whistle, an arm bar, and she pushed off and made space. That's a big play because that is her second.
Yeah, that was tough to see from our angle up here, as that happens in the far corner. And we're up here in the crow's nest, but Stripes was right there calling it. It's kind of a tough call for your stud player. They got other girls that can definitely step up, but that one hurts.
Miley Whitney will check in. Miley is a 5'4" junior here for the Cardinals. Inside, they'll feed Bina in, and she'll score it. That's where it looks like they might have an advantage here, is Bina underneath at the moment.
Yeah, and that was more of a look in transition, not letting that defense just set and kind of anchor in against you. So attacking fast if it's open and readily available is a good idea. Nice take there from Cameron Scott, just too strong with it at the end there. They got Jordan Cox out in front, but the pass is going to go off of her hand and back to the Lady Cardinals.
Trying to get a transition bucket there.
Yeah, I like the aggression, though, trying to get out and make something happen here in this first quarter, but just off the mark with the pass. Trying to feed Malzahn on a little pick-and-roll action. It'll stay with the Cardinals. That is a nice I like the offensive choice, though. That pick-and-roll can really work from the top, and it's going to require help defense from this Husky squad. This pass just a little off its mark, too, and it's going to go back to the Huskies. Unforced error. Both squads trying to press, and it's exactly what we were talking about, trying to get out and kind of set the tempo of this game for their squads, and have both had turnovers.
Austin into the middle, and now another push on her drive. This one will go against.
It's going to go against Chase Molzahn. Number 10 is going to check into the game. Callie Hammond.
Well, I'm getting conflicting reports off a text message, which sometimes is great news because we don't always know what's going on. Maybe we have the record slightly wrong here for the Alma Cardinals. But right now,
Are they
we'll
better
try.
than 17-3?
No, I've been told that they might not have won as many games as we've got them down for. A three-pointer in the corner is good for Whitney. Off the bench and give me 3. 6-2. They lead in this one.
Well, I'm going to have to blame Max Preps for that one because that is where I get most of my sourcing from. Foul, an offensive foul. I think it was going to get called against Jordan. Not that it was on purpose, but her kind of tripping right there cleared that room. Going through the defender.
Dean wanted an explanation. He got it. Me as a dad wanted an explanation. I did not get it.
Well, now I am curious what their record is because I have no way of knowing.
Inside, they'll float it in for Tiersten Moore. Now a cross-court pass will be rebounded by Siebels. Put her shoulder down, and now a foul on the interior will put her to the line.
Really nice, strong take from Siebels, and that's what we talk about. You've got to get a body on somebody because they have a lot of players that are going to fly to that basketball. Siebels, ever since she's been starting for this Cardinal squad, has been that. She loves going in there and getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. She cashes on the first.
No, now see. I don't know where they land on their win-loss record. I thought they were good. I still think they're a good team. They look like a good team. It don't really matter what your win-loss record is. It's all about how you perform in each individual game. So far here tonight, 7-2. They're up over the Lady Huskies. And this one looked like a very formidable opponent. Bina try to get inside. And
double dribble is the call. They did not think that there was enough contact on that basketball.
And a violation will go back over to the Cardinals. Inside, Austin stepped in a passing lane. Hammond trying to get around the baseline. Now they'll flip it into Siebels. Has it blocked by Bina, and now hit out of bounds by Siebels. Good defensive play in the middle by the big lady.
That was a really nice job by Bina, staying square, going up tall right there and hitting that ball away because Siebels was kind of licking her chops right there when she got that on the baseline. This ball tipped away.
Austin will get across half court. Now crossover, spin in the middle of the lane, drop for Bina, and a foul will go against Siebels. She didn't love it.
Yeah, kind of an anticlimactic call. She kind of just reached out to try to poke that ball away from the backside, and I don't know, guess she got too much arm. Just the first on Addie Siebels. Audrey
rolling it in.
Is good. Second one is good as well, making it just a one-possession ball game here in this first quarter of action.
Bina with all 4 of them for Northern Valley. Dribble handoff motion. Now going to get it on the outside to the freshman, and man, is she a quick. That Cameron Scott out there. Backdoor pass to.
Great find, and they caught the freshman on her heels, and she had all the positioning in the world. It wasn't the hardest foul ever, but bad things happen when you get beat, especially on those backdoor cuts. And so that's going to be the second foul on Jordan Cox. Whitney will go to the line and try to make good on this old-fashioned three-point play.
Whitney with 5, but she misses that one, and Northern Valley loses the rebound. And now Whitney will want 3 more, but she just ends up that one a little long.
Yeah, Siebels is going to pick up her second foul of this one, and I agree with that one more than the first she got. She wasn't in very good positioning to stop Austin down that sideline.
We know Austin will push and go through a lot of contact a lot of times.
Yeah.
24 coming in is Cameron Neal, a 5'5" freshman. Austin going to go to the line. Maybe this can get her started.
5 fouls in this first quarter. The way that the rule is this year, as we all know by now, is
Well, I'm assuming it is that way in Nebraska.
I don't know, actually, in Nebraska. So I guess I'll just say it. When you get to 5, you get to the double bonus, and it resets every quarter. Do they do that in the NBA, right?
No, it's in college girls
in
basketball.
College? That's how the NBA rolls, too, though.
Well, I don't watch much of that. Going baseline with a nice move, and now Austin ends up with it. Down 3. Try to get a good one on this possession. Baseline drive by Braxton has it stripped out of there. One of the things that Alma's going to have to adjust to is normally you get a lot more contact in the Nebraska basketball game, just the way the stripes call it. Tonight, the whistle has been extremely tight. They're going to have to adjust. Otherwise, they're going to have to play a lot of players because they're going to foul a lot. This one's going to be rebounded by Braxton.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if that technically is just a wives' tale, but all of us watching and playing both Kansas-Nebraska ball, from experience, it definitely is true, I would say.
Bina with it high. Tries to get the streaking Austin. With her clothes on, right? Here it is. To the side to Braxton. Now they'll swing it back around. Not a lot of movement here by the Huskies. Trying to figure out where to go. Side says, I'll shoot it. I'll take 3. I'll tie this game.
Yeah, and I was kind of waiting for her to get that space and see what she would do with it, as she's been, outside of that one game against Golden Plains, she's really been the leading scorer for the Huskies in the last 2 or 3 contests.
She's been kind of the dagger that's...
Most of that damage from being from outside the arc.
She shoots about, well, going into that tournament, I haven't looked at the stats coming out of it. Going into the tournament, it was about 34% from the three-point line. You can't get her enough shots if that's the case. Braxton will check out, and J.C. Giphart, a freshman, will check in. Now they'll go a little bit bigger. Do the Cardinals, they'll also bring in Malzahn. Inside, got position, but blocked from J.C. Giphart. Now another follow will be good. This one goes into Tiersten Moore.
Pressures coming from the Cardinals. Austin breaks it.
Bina with it. Trying to go into J.C. Giphart. Miley took it from her. Now quickly up to Scott.
Foul's going to be on the floor. Not going to get them to the line just yet. Oh, excuse me. That was the 5th foul. So that is going to send them to the line. They're now in the double bonus as well.
And we talked about how many fouls. That's the 12th foul in the first quarter.
You know, I do admire, though, that these Alma players, they love putting their foot on the gas and getting that ball on the floor, and they are not afraid to get to the rim. And the good things typically happen if you're just trying to push that envelope. I mean, they're fast, but they're controlled as well.
Callie Hammond in to the lineup.
Second shot.
And I've got confirmation now. Thank you, Craig. 17-3 for these Alma Lady Cardinals. It is correct.
All right. So if someone's considering that a down year, then they're pretty good down year.
Well, I think there was just confusion on the broadcaster's part and some of the data that comes across. A lot of contact on that one after so many whistles. We'll end up in a jump ball. Northern Valley will play it in off the side. 55 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Alma with a 3-point lead.
17-3 in what is traditionally a pretty good basketball conference up there.
I would say a superb conference.
Especially at the top. Always got.
Austin with a Euro step to the rim and puts it in. Her 4th bucket of the night. Now with 38 seconds to go, we're in a 1-point game. And a travel call here against Chase Malzahn, Moore. Will give it back to the Huskies, and just like that, watch out, they could take the lead here coming into the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, she eyed that 3 and started her drive before she put that ball on the ground.
Go. Go!
Braxton on the wing. Whitney working against her. And Whitney's going to pull this ball away.
Flip it up to Cameron Scott. Give her 2 more. With 10 seconds to go.
Irish trying to come up and set an on-ball screen for the pick and roll. They did a nice job fighting over the top of that one. Austin trying to make something happen.
Trinity Ag, your agricultural headquarters.
Second quarter action, 14-11. Alma with the first quarter lead, or end of the first quarter lead here. Dean having a conversation on the far side of things. Alma gets the first possession here in the quarter. Siebels quickly for it, dumped inside, and that one is just too high for Tierston Moore to handle. It was there.
Siebels and Scott both playing with 2 fouls from that first quarter, but Coach Siebels wanting them in here to really set the tone against this Huskies team, and if they can do some more of that, they can really put a gap between the 2 squads, and that's what they're trying to do right now.
Austin will dribble across now.
Offensive foul is the call against Austin. Coach Lewis is probably going to want an explanation about that one as well over there.
And if I could get a conversation up here with her dad, that'd be good too.
Cannot promise that one.
Don't think he's going to climb into the crow's nest. Quickly, they'll get inside. Scott again will score again. Excuse me, that's Moore with that 2-point bucket. And just like that, 7-point lead here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals really coming out of that break with some intensity. Finding Jordan flashing middle to break that press. That's what you need to do. J.C. Gebhard, that was
what is that?
Cameron Scott getting called for a reach in.
Cameron Scott with her first.
Audrey Vina's going to check back into the game as well as Delaney Sides. So they'll roll with the starters now on both sides.
Austin will try and climb the ladder, but it's just too high. Just a little bit.
Outside of Bina, I don't know if anyone's getting that pass.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Cameron Scott will set the offense into motion. Screen across. Siebels to the rim. She missed it, but put back is good by number 22, Chase Malzahn. Now she's in the books. That's 5 different players here for the Alma Cardinals who have scored to give them their 20 points tonight.
Bring that pressure and bailed out, I think, right there.
Absolutely
on the side.
bailed
we had
out.
A pretty good look at it. And that's going to be an impactful foul regardless of who it goes to because it's on Siebels or Scott. It is on Siebels, but it was going to be the 3rd on one of them.
Well, no, now they just have it as 2 in her on the book, but
I don't know how that happened. But then again, they don't report everything to us.
The 2 scorebook ladies are talking about it, actually. Sides is open for 3. You can't do that if you're the Cardinals. And now she hit the ground. Back to it is Moore. Into the corner. Freshman Scott fires a 3. Just long, no good, but tracked down by the Cardinals.
It's Moore with it. Swinging the ball around well. Finds Hammond in the short corner.
And a good play there by Brian Sproul. Grabbed a kid at the 3-point line. You didn't see it, but we all did here in the gymnasium.
Brian, I didn't know you were that quick. And a travel is the call as Tierston found herself too deep on the baseline there, trying to make something happen underneath. This half-court pressure, though, giving the Huskies some fits.
Giving them a lot of fits.
They're still trying to find their first bucket of this quarter. Foul here is going to go against number 21, Tierston Moore. Going to be the first on Moore. Whitney checks it. So the Huskies will throw it in on the far side.
Oh, the Valley will play it in.
Brian's got a smile on his face. It's all fun.
Well, after the junior high game, he kept running around the three-point line. He just wanted to do the same there. Sides tries to grab that three-point miss, and now it'll go back to Northern Valley.
Wow.
As they grab another Christmas present there.
We'll see if they can do something on one of these set pieces. Northern Valley the last few games has done a good job on inbounds plays.
And Jordan will be hit on her drive to the basket, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
That was just 4.
Well, they gotta be. Let Chuck Fezzik in. He's too fast.
It's too fast for us.
Too fast. Foul goes against Malzahn. Her second. Neal gonna check in. Now they'll get it high to Bina, back out to Austin. Jumper on the baseline is good from Austin. Nice take by Austin there.
Yeah, it was. They kind of needed that little bit of a spark and some intensity on the offensive side as they get their first bucket of this quarter. That's going to go through Whitney's hands and back to the Huskies.
Whitney wasn't ready for it, and Scott had some mustard on it. So one more gift for Northern Valley. Alma doing what they can to keep Northern Valley in this game. Jordan going to go to the middle of the rim, put it up, and put it in. Jordan's first 2 points of the night.
Nice move by the freshman, taking initiative and going to the middle of that paint.
Now if they can just deal with this motion offense here, the Cardinals. They're getting to the rim with easy points just like that. 2 more for Riley Scott, her first of the night.
Trying to go inside to Jordan once again.
Swing it around. Austin thought about a 3. Now we'll get it to Braxton over here. Jordan will have to track it down. Goes into the middle one more time. Missed it. Bina's got an offensive board. She'll put it back. No good. Fight for the rebound again. It's over to Bina. She'll put it up and left it short.
And shots 5 feet and in have really plagued the Huskies the last few games. Which I know there's a lot of contact and a lot in the weeds going on down there, but I know that it's been a statement piece for Coach Lewis over there and his squad, and that's because they get a lot of opportunities. They would love to see more of those go in and hit them at a higher percentage.
Kirsten Moore back into the game, and to sit the freshman Cameron Scott. 15 for Northern Valley, just 22 points in the game for the Cardinals. Jordan does not want to pick up a foul there as they get it to Whitney. She'll put it up and put it in. The leading scorer for the Cardinals here tonight is Whitney with 5.
Step on the line. They say good pressure from Whitney over there. So it'll give it back to the Cardinals. Warning is given to Coach Lewis as he wants to know how that was different than the foul earlier. Given off to Neal.
Dribbled, switch.
Almost lost it out the side again.
They'll get back door to her Whitney. She'll squeeze a pass inside, and a foul will go against Sides. Yeah, 2 shots coming for Kaylee Hammond.
Got tangled up with Hammond there, but Hammond does a really nice job after getting that ball of going up strong, because there's the potential that it could have almost been a jump ball if you give Delaney time to really set down on that thing, but she didn't. She went up strong and quick and led to a trip to the line. She misses the first one, but she'll get another shot at it.
Just the 3rd free throw attempt for Alma. They got 1 out of 3 so far in this first half. But they stretch their lead to now 10. No, that's not. Inside to Hammond they go. They'll drop it in for Scott. She's doubled. Good move by Hammond. She found the open space, and her teammates found her. 2 more for Kaylee. 27-15. Now they'll get it to Sides underneath. The floater is up, and it's good! She'll go to the line to shoot, complete the 3-point play. Look at this one, Aim.
Great take by Sides right there. That one was high.
No, you will not see it. My replay button not cooperating at the moment. You can imagine it in your head. It was a good shot by Delaney.
It was. That's going to be
Teardrop.
the second foul on Kirsten Moore.
She completes her second three-point play, one the new way, one the old way.
Working it from the wing, trying to find more inside. She'll go inside out with her pass, and a double dribble is called in the short corner. And yet another turnover. A lot of turnovers in this game in the first half. 3 minutes left before the halftime break. Huskies trying to find a way to get back in this one and not let it get away from them. Alma doing a nice job, but
Skip pass for Sides. Three is good. She's got 9 in the first half. 2 threes in that last three-point play. Going to bring us to within a 6-pointer. Back out to Scott. She'll drive into the middle. Euro is around.
we'll see who they give this foul to. I thought there was a lot of room. Going to go against Bina.
No, they gave it to Jordan.
Didn't he hold up 5? They give it to Jordan. That's her third. We talked about it a little bit before this game started that staying out of foul trouble was going to be kind of key for this Huskies squad in their first game without Mary Baird being a part of the plan. You're going to need as many bodies as possible.
Fine side. She's hot. And now another whistle on that one will lead to a run out for an easy bucket. Oh, my. I'm going to try and stay quiet.
The pressure ramping up.
Well, you get one side that you don't even touch them and they call the foul, and then the other guy gets mugged. It just depends on who you're standing next to.
Austin trying to take this one all the way to the rim. She tries to pass it into Skimper, but it's good telegraph there from Neal.
Three-pointer by Whitney on the way, no good. Offensive rebound now. Scott for three is no good. And it'll be tied up, Northern Valley basketball. This game, it might not matter so much. The next game is going to be crazy competitive as well. The boys matchup, the #1 team in the state, 1A Division II. Northern Valley is going to go against a 17-3 Alma squad as Austin drops in a jumper.
Been good from that short corner in this game.
Make sure you're rocked and ready and loaded for that one as well.
Yeah, you'll want to have your popcorn ready, because that was a good matchup last year. Alma came back and, I don't know if upset's the right word, but defeated the Huskies. And in this one, they're looking to do more of the same on the home court for the Huskies this time around.
Cam.
We're going to say it went off of Austin last before it goes into the stands.
Deans as frustrated as I am. Here we go into the interior for Hammond. Back out. Now.
Ball poked away by Sides.
Northern Valley on a little, needs one with 35 ticks here to go.
Down by 10.
Sides on the corner.
Wanting to grab some of this momentum back before the halftime break.
Bina will go baseline. Cut off there. They'll swing it around. Sides is going to be open if they get it to her. Cox is going to fly to the rim, puts it up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. 19 ticks remaining.
Second foul on Cameron Scott. Austin, nothing but nylon on the first attempt.
Into the game for the first time, looks like to me, Addison Poole, a 5'7" senior, and Scott will sit. Austin rattled the second one out. Open three-pointer coming for Fennell, and she got it. Harper stepped back and put one in. Braxton's three on the way is going to be just short, and we're at halftime. 36-24, Alma leads. Well, I got you captive. Let's talk about the scoring. First for the Alma Cardinal, Cameron Scott with 4 in the half. 5 in the half.
Stephen Cox and Associates.
1, 2, 3. Let's have fun. That's right, Aim Baird. I am Clint Cox. We're going to start this second half action right here, right now. 36-24. Alma leads. And this weave little offense that they got going on has led to quite a few easy buckets right underneath the. Like that one right there.
Yeah, this is what makes them a really good team, and a reason that they're 17-3 is they're constantly moving on off-ball screens, off-ball movement, and creating easy looks for themselves.
Chase Molzon getting no, that's Tierson Moore, excuse me, with the first bucket here for Alma. Follow-up is good by Bina.
Good initial look from Austin, just put it too high off the glass, but Audrey Bina there to clean that up, and thought Northern Valley was going to have a chance at a rare transition bucket there, but weren't able to get that one in. This one, even with a little bit of a tip, goes in for Scott.
As she patrolled that offensive. No.
Travel is called in the backcourt for the Huskies.
Here comes the Cardinals. Siebel gonna roll right to the rim as Malzahn lifted a little short. Basketball stolen away from him by Austin. She dribbles with the left hand. Now cut off by Siebel. She'll go all the way to the rim, put it up with the left hand. She was fouled. She'll go to the rim for 2 more.
Austin doing a nice job when that opportunity presents itself, going to the hoop there, but I hope you have some ice, because she has hit the ground a couple times.
You know, I've tried to get her convinced to go back and put those knee pads on. A lot of these girls wore the full knee pads, kind of like Braxton and Jordan and Audrey. You know, I bought her
she won't do it, huh?
a set.
Those hex pads.
Yeah, she tore the last ones up, so I bought her another one. She's like, I'm just going to try it without it.
They're hot. I don't like the way they feel, but I do like not slamming my knee in the court.
Yeah.
Back
after that last tournament, of course, ice was very important, just like you're saying.
It's Hammond kicking it back out to Scott. Her long three is good to get her rolling a little bit more in this one.
Riley Scott with 5 in the half, and that was a big 3 right there.
Out to 16 points now for the Cardinals. Skip pass over to sides, trying to make something happen. Jordan flip shot up is no good, but Audrey Bina crashing the glass again. It's going to be a foul on the floor, but it'll stay with the Huskies underneath.
And Siebels is just as surprised as everyone else in the gym.
So they did end up fixing that in the book earlier, to where we thought she picked up her third. Yeah, it was actually her third.
Sides' 3 is no good, but an offensive board by Braxton.
You got to turn around. There.
Austin with a little jumper is good.
That shot's been working for her in this one. It's been one of the bright spots in Northern Valley's offense here. Riley Scott wanting to go pedal to the metal, gets it out to Cameron.
With Siebels on the bench, it does change how Alma wants to play. Yes, they play a lot of teams. Beautiful up and under, but no good by Moore. We'll give it back to Northern Valley. Need to figure out how to put some points on the board. Sides in the corners, a good start. 3 on the way is going to be short.
Cameron Scott's going to track the rebound, and she's out and running. There's a lot of Alma players that can get that rebound and start a break, and that makes you dangerous all the time.
High ball screen once again. Now they'll dribble handoff. Scott to Scott.
Working on the on-ball screen. This shot's just going to be off to the right. Braxton gets the rebound.
Austin will try and turn the corner, but cannot. Jordan with it now, back to her. Swing it around for Braxton and sides. Again, they had post position. They just didn't get her the basketball. Quickly inside to Jordan.
Yeah, they got some times where it looks like when they catch that ball, they have an opportunity to shoot, but they're just a half second too slow with making that decision, and this defense is just going to be stifling if you don't hit the ground running right away. And Cameron Scott out in front gets the left-hander to go.
That was a pretty lay-in by that first-year player for these Alma Cardinals, just a freshman, and now yet another turnover. Stepping into the passing lane was Hammond. Scott going to go to the rim with her left hand is going to be no good.
Austin wisely trying to slow down the tempo here and get the offense on the same page. Delaney's shot is going to be too strong.
Rebounded by the Cardinals, now over to Scott. Three-pointer by Cameron Scott is good.
That was kind of the one piece of Alma's game that was missing in that first half, as they had the 1-3, but really not a lot from outside in that one. And here early in this one,
Scott
making it rain.
Scott
Supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
48-29, the biggest lead here by the Cardinals as they've got that extended zone going. Jordan's going to
step on the baseline, so she'll give it back to the Cardinals, as it looked like the Huskies were going to have something cooking there. Had a couple of what looked like was going to be some good opportunities, but all for naught. It's going to give it back to Alma.
inside. They'll go to Hammond. Spin around, now back to Moore. Drives on the interior, now stuck, but a backdoor cut by Scott will go off of her toe and over to Northern Valley.
Northern Valley needs to have a good offensive possession on this trip down the floor. They find Jordan in that short corner there, and it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Hammond. He'll be on the floor, but a nice take there.
Staying
By
aggressive.
Jordan. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Now into the game, Mercedes Gardner, a 5'7" junior, checking in. And this roster continues to fill with players left and right. Sides will connect on her third three of the evening. 12 in the game for her.
Yeah, you said it, Clint. It really, truly, this is Gardner's first minutes of this one, but she's already in there. Being involved, gives that ball to Austin Cox, one of the only transition opportunities for the Huskies in this one, but Tiersten Moore doing a nice job hustling back, poking that away. It'll stay with the Huskies, but allow them to reset their defense. Riley Scott comes back into the game for Cameron Scott.
They finally identified Sides as that corner pocket assassin.
No call there, so it goes back to the Cardinals. Riley Scott's three is up and just off its mark. It'll stay with the Cardinals as it was off of Delaney last. Couple of subs coming into this game. Kaylee Hammond, as well as Gebhard and Skimper for the Huskies. Find Moore
Score
on that
is
backside
good for Moore.
block. Gives them the 50-piece. Dribble got Braxton into some trouble, so good timeout there from Coach Lewis. Will take it with him and be back after this.
Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances and more bankers standing by, whether that's in our lobbies or in the drive-thrus. They're at the Equity Bank. They're proud members of the community, big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop by at Almena or Norton's locations and visit them online at equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
You appreciate it when people listen to you. You like it when they understand. We understand, and we think we have something you're going to like. My name is Brandy Archer. I'm part of the First National Bank and Trust family in Phillipsburg, Logan, Long Island, Smith County Bank and Smith Center, and Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. You work hard around home, around your family, at your job, and you deserve some perks. Benefits like shopping and travel discounts, protection on your cell phone, roadside assistance. Perks. Today, go to agbank.bank, take a look at the brand new Perk checking account and all the special benefits perfect for someone like you. Reduce risk, save money, get your own Perk checking account. Know that today and every day, First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
Second violation is the call after the Huskies try to set up offense yet again.
Cardinals will bring back in Fennell.
50-32. Cardinals in complete control. Whitney with it. Now inside. Back inside they'll go. And a foul as Hammond took it to the rim. She'll go to the rim for 2.
Yeah, they're going to get Iris Skimper with that one. She's just got to make sure to go a little bit more straight up right there. If you come down on those arms, they're going to get you every time. Shot bounces 3 times and doesn't go down. Into the game come Audrey Bina and Delaney Sides. Jordan Cox will check out, as well as Braxton Cox.
Siebel's checking, or excuse me, 23 is Riley Scott checking out.
Patty Poole to come in for her.
And also number 30 at the table, Gardner, set to come in for Hammond if she can make this free throw. It's up and it's good.
Minute left in this third quarter. The Cardinals have done what they needed to do to put some separation between them and the Huskies here in this quarter. Iris Skimper getting her first bucket of this contest. Nobody had Neal, so she'll go baseline. Nowhere to go after she's stopped by Bina.
Now Neal will get it back and missed it.
I was going to say a lot of contact there as Bina went up for the rebound, but they end up with the call. It's going to send Bina to the line.
Fouls on Whitney, first. Team fourth.
Just the fourth. 35 seconds.
30. Northern Valley could use a bucket for some good
momentum,
mojo, right?
Morale, yeah.
Inside, JC's got it. Swing it over for Delaney. They'll float it inside for Iris, just a little too high. Coming out of there is Harper. She will be at the point. Neal open for 3. It's going to be long, no good. Rebound, JC Giphart with 6, 5, 4. Austin will look to try and get it up on the rim.
Doesn't get
and
a shot
does
off.
Not see it.
So it'll take us.
Provide, of course, bulk fuel and oil delivery in 3 different states, Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, you name it, they'll go there to take care of you.
Fourth quarter action underway.
Going to be a kick ball right there against Scott. So it'll stop action once again. Huskies will throw it in on the side. Need to get a good set piece here. It just feels, I was kind of telling Euclid, it didn't really feel like those 10 points that the Huskies had in that third quarter, I don't think any of them were easy.
It was not the case. The defense has been superb. And yet another steal here by the Cardinals will go out in transit.
The travel is called as Tierston Moore got overextended. Northern Valley this year has done a lot better with their turnover ratios. But this game has just, they've really met a really hard defensive battle. And the Almana Cardinals have done a nice job creating multiple opportunities, and they had another one right there. That was weak.
Nothing.
Yeah. And if we had the replay button, I would let you see it again, but we don't. So the call is on the arm. It's going to go against Bina. Siebels came back into this game playing with those 4 fouls through the hands of Malzahn. She gets it back. And Northern Valley just slow to find that basketball as it was hitting the ground, and it's going to end up with another foul going against Braxton Cox, her 3rd. Austin Cox will check back into the game for Iris Skimper. Riley Scott to throw it in.
She'll put it all the way out to Cameron, to the rim, and
Blocked. 2 blocks. Both by
Bina got
Bina.
them both. Braxton will fly it over for Austin, who cannot control it. Back to Alma it goes. 51-34 in this one.
Good use of the on-ball screen here, trying to give a shot to Siebels. That goes off of Malzahn as she tries to sky above Braxton to get that rebound, but doesn't get it done.
You know, Siebels comes into this game averaging double figures. Spent most of it on the bench due to fouls and just wasn't quite in rhythm on that one. That's normally a shot she'd knock down every time.
Coming in, averaging 11.5 points roughly and 5.5 rebounds. Good move there by the freshman, Jordan Cox, to get around her defender and get that bucket. Riley Scott puts it on the floor. Nice drop pass from her, but yet Bina, again, making it hard inside for Malzahn. Jump ball, we'll give it to the Cardinals. That's 3 blocks in a minute for Bina.
The 6-footer does extremely well when ball's towards the rim.
Finds Siebels in the corner. She burns her dribble. Nice laser of a pass out to Scott. Dumps it inside.
10, 11, 12.
This is going to be dribbled off of Siebels, and it's going to go back to the Huskies.
Braxton gets to throw it into play.
An extended zone for the Cardinals now. A high 2-1-2.
Into the corner, they try to get it, but Austin picked it off. Had it.
Blocked, I believe, by Malzahn.
Yep. And now Northern Valley will get it back and reset. Austin's jumper is wet.
Doesn't feel like only a 13-point game necessarily, but it is. So if the Huskies can get some stops and something going, crazier things have happened. Cameron Scott has to find
And blocked by Bina one more time.
And she has been a defensive
Hit a
force.
3, let's go.
A defensive force here in this 4th quarter. Trying to go inside and turned over again. The
Here
turnovers
comes
have
more.
taken the momentum from the Huskies multiple times in this ball game.
Siebels' jumper is good. Just what they needed.
Yeah.
She steps in and knocks one down.
Too good of a ball player to keep down for that long. She was going to find a way to get hers.
Sides with it. Back to Delaney it is. 3-pointer on the way. Rattled. No good.
Ball is alive, but Siebels picks it up. They got numbers now.
Beautiful drop for Poole or Malzahn, and she missed it. And Northern Valley will get the gift coming back.
Whitney will check into the game as well as J.C. Gebhardt. .15-point ball game. Just over half of this final quarter to go. But the Huskies need to get something rolling now if they want a chance. They go inside to Jordan. No call right there.
No call.
Up to Cameron Scott. Finds Riley Scott for the three. And
Bang money.
Cash it in.
In transition. You got to cover for him if he's not going to make that call.
Dribble inside from Austin. Shot's no good.
Here comes Riley Scott after she just made one. Now she'll drop it inside for Siebold for 2 more.
Exposing the Husky defense that time. Making it look a little like Swiss cheese. Austin will fire a 3 of her own. It's off to the right.
Just kind of feels a little ugly right now, doesn't it, Aim?
It feels like they're pressing a lot. It's going to stay with Cameron Scott and the Cardinals. Good defense there from the Huskies. Ira Skimper and Braxton Cox will come into the game. Just like that, we talked about it being a 13-point ball game. Now it's a 20-point ball game. They go inside to Siebel. She's left all alone. She's not going to miss that. And just an unforced error here. Coach Lewis is saying that he thought Braxton established herself again, but Stripes did not agree. So it gives the ball back to the Cardinals. Nonetheless, an unforced turnover. This ball should go. Oh, I thought she was standing out of bounds when she hit it.
She was, but she hit it off of a Northern Valley player, but she was standing out of bounds.
Yeah.
Well, Alma will get it back.
Finds Siebels again for that jumper. She's 3 for 3 on that here in this fourth quarter.
No, you're wrong. She's 4 for 4.
Oh. Oh.
And now we talked about her.
Marker in the paint.
We talked about her not being in double figures. Now she is in double figures.
Well, like I said, good players get theirs, and she definitely is here. They're going to say it's off of Cox's foot as she tried to drive baseline, and it's kind of pouring on the Huskies right now. Austin Cox and Bina will come back in. With 2:34 left in this game. Feels like the opportunity for the Lady Huskies to do something came and went. Now they're just trying to get out of here.
Backdoor, Whitney will score 2 more.
You get a bucket. You get a bucket.
No, you get a bucket.
If you're in red.
It's been efficient offense.
Very efficient offense. You can see out here why they are 17-3, going to be moving to 18-3. We did confirm that. Timeout from Coach Siebels to get her reserves into this one.
So Siebels can match it. Take a break.
Plus, folks, they have a great convenience store. When you pull off the interstate, you can find about anything you want in the convenience store. If you're hungry, you can eat at the IHOP or run over to Sonic or maybe even Subway. It's all available at Mittens in Oakley, right off I-70 and Highway 40.
Stephen Cox and Associates of Long Island, Kansas wish the Northern Valley Huskies good luck this year. Stephen Cox Association and its employees value good sportsmanship and are committed to the athletic and academic success of the students of Northern Valley. Go Huskies from Stephen Cox and Associates.
All American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary.
Back with your fourth quarter action
Travel
now.
Is the call, and I thought she was going to get away with it initially, but not lucky this time. That's Samantha Stone that was up top. So Huskies to throw it in. Minute 49 left in this contest. Commanding lead now for the Cardinals. They put this game on ice with about 4 minutes left.
Went from a 13-point game
to almost a 30-point game.
Momentum is a crazy thing.
It really is, especially in basketball. Bina has it now and just throws that over there to the stands. Goes to Hayden Cox. Not on the roster
Hayden
yet.
not on the roster yet. But you're right. She did make a good play on that ball.
They could use her.
They could use her because they only got 2 players over there. Practice is getting a little long for assistant coach Lacey Hanson.
Another block from Bina. Her defense in this fourth quarter there in the paint.
What?
No comment. Coach Lewis wants to see some people get after it. Fennell to throw it in.
Maybe we just had a better angle.
Yeah. Hammond's going to take it up strong, get fouled, and go to the line for 2. Minute 07. That's not him. Excuse me. That's number
32 is.
32 is Amy Luke, the 5'7" freshman.
Yeah. Going deep in the bench.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Playing all 15.
Well, Alma, you know, we talked about it a little earlier. They're wanting to finish out their season strong and got some state contention hopes. Going to be leaving the doghouse 18-3, and the more depth you can have with some experience and minutes under their belt, the better off you're going to be, and Coach Siebels knows that. So good opportunity for her. Harper Fennell airmails that one. There's a lot of turnovers here at the end of this one.
Schwartenly.
Northern Valley, after we talked about there need to be some changes. That's just the reality of the game when you deal with injuries and just needing to work with the depth you have. But running into the buzzsaw that is the Alma Cardinals' first game out was no easy task to ask of them.
Jordan with a steal here.
Brighter days are definitely ahead for the Lady Huskies. Still playing hard here till that final whistle. Jordan doing a nice job taking that ball in transition, getting to the line. Northern Valley season far from over. Still has 5 regular season games.
You know, I haven't checked and added it up,
I think
Aim.
it's 4 or 5, and then you got sub-state, so a lot of basketball left. Trying to go inside to Skimper and off target again, and that's kind of the moral of this story for the Huskies tonight. That'll take us to the final whistle. 65